What's going on, everybody? It is me, the Jersey Cat, and I am back. Excuse the dorkiness. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit excited, a little bit of everything. I'm fishing a lake I haven't fished in almost 20 years. Came down here a long time ago with a buddy of mine, and he was practicing for a bass tournament. And we came to catch bass, and the only thing I did on the back of that boat all day was catch hybrid stripers. He was so mad at me. He's like, dang, he's like, I can't take you striper guys nowhere. And I told him, I was like, nope. I was like, they just have a way of finding me no matter where I go, man. I don't know what to tell you. He's like, man, of all people I brought to practice for a bass tournament, I brought you. I'm like, it's me. So I did some bartering with the guy that I run trips for. He had a whole tank full of big, beautiful gizzard shad, and I needed a tank full of big, beautiful gizzard shad. So I said, how about a case of beer for those gizzard shad? He said, yes, sir. I said, all right. So I have a big tank full of beautiful, like 10 to 14 inch gizzard shad. They're not the super mongos, you know, that's only gonna keep me looking for one fish, you know, should get plenty of action on them if the fish are biting, of course. So, yeah, let's do it, man. Hopefully this is the beginning of a new stretch, you know, where I start, you know, putting in more hours of filming video. Right now I got to figure out where I'm going. One thing that I don't do, I think some of you guys have realized that now, I don't seek information from people. If somebody offers me info, hey, I'm going to take it, you know, especially if someone's been there recently and done well. I might not fish exactly where they were, but I might take that information and use it and, you know, kind of canvas that area and see what I'm looking for, you know. So it's kind of what we're doing today. Mostly feeling it out right now. The time I did fish this lake, I was nowhere near this side of the lake. This is all new water to me. I mean, technically it's all new water to me because I ain't been here in so dang long, but I get my side imaging adjusted here. You know, my main search tool for fish is side imaging. You know, people always ask me, you know, what's your most preferred sonar for finding fish? And it's side imaging. So it helps me find big schools off to my left and right. You know, it helps me see scattered fish over these flats and points and whatnot. So yeah, it's what it is, man. Let's get out of these backwaters here and start making our way to the main body of the lake. I would have preferred to be here about 30 minutes ago, but, you know, old Fatty had to stop and get some of God's chicken at Chick-fil-A. So, 7:30, not too bad. I've been later. I've been earlier. You know, at least we're not starting at 10. Got plenty of coffee right there. There you go. Well, damn, he got a hold of it. Some beach. I don't think it was a giant, but crap. Keep him, you never know. We might wind up doing some cut baiting later. I don't know. Yeah. All my action so far has been in less than 25 feet of water. There we go. Come on, get him. Get him. Come on, get that shad. Don't give up. Don't give up. Eat him. Come on. Get him. He's still there. Come on, buddy. I'll slow it down for you a little bit. Shad's not even trying to get away from you anymore, dude. Get him! Speed it up, pull it away from him, see what happens. No? Fish are being kind of lackadaisical today. Looks like you might still be messing with it. I hate when they don't grab it in the first couple swipes, because then they gradually start giving up on it more and more. One chasing this shad over here. Come on, man. Dadgummit. Oh, oh, oh. Sorry. I know guys don't like when the clicker stays on. Sorry, guys. Thought he would have been a little bigger the way he grabbed that shad so quickly. But we're on the board at least. Man, stop it. Calm down. Here. Shad's still alive too. All right, brother. Good luck out there. Keep up the good work. All right, 10-4. Talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. What the hell I got here? What I got? Catfish? Something going on here. It's kind of funny. Got a gar. Too big to be a gar. Big blue cat, maybe? Alright, big ass hybrid. Big old hybrid. Why don't you take off with the bait? You never ran with the dang bait. You just slowly drug that board back. Made me think it was the shad. It's a tank of a hybrid though. Stop it. Big old hybrid. He had a pretty dang big gizzard shad too. Surprised he was able to get that gizzard shad in his mouth. Right at 10 pounds. Boom. 10-pound hybrid. Like a legit 10-pound hybrid. Monster. Unfortunately, the way he bit, I didn't realize it was I thought it was the shad pulling it. I didn't realize it was a fish. That sucks, man. I didn't want to keep a fish like this. It's definitely good. Yeah, I got him. I hope this is not a fish. Jeez. I don't know. Sushi. That one that I see. That's like the second biggest strap I've ever seen in my life. I thought it was. Man, I wish you could have been here to see that. Or at least been here to reel up my rod and throw out something in front of him. He was chasing a shad from the side of my boat, like literally about 6 feet from my boat. Like he was right next to my boat chasing that bait. That's how I got such a good look at him. All right. Bammo. About a 30-incher, 10-pounder. Yeah, he was literally right next to my boat. was a striper on it the whole time. Caught like crap though. Dang. Try that hole here. There you go. Bam! Another one. Ooh. Get him. That's a big fish. Man, these fish are not done. They go right to the bottom, look for the trees. Come on, buddy. Come on. I can't bear lose another good fish. Thank you, my lucky lady. This is your fish. I don't know if it's a giant. It's a big one. Definitely the second biggest fish. It's not what I see. What do you hit? Sounded like a monster. Come back. That's a good one. All right. All right, look at that, people. Transom bait. Bam! Good one. Nice fish. That's 4 stripers, big giant hybrids, and lost some fish in the lifetime. There you go. but you're not that big. Fighting like a big one, but he's not a big one. I don't know. I swear that sometimes you can hook these fish in a certain spot and it like sets them off. Anybody ever had that happen before? You know, where you hook a striper in the, like the tip of the nose and they just, for whatever reason, they just got like way more fight than they usually do. Calm down, stop it. I gotta remember too, the water temperatures are much higher here, so fish got an extra gear again. But yeah, probably maybe the smallest striper of the day, probably fought the best of the day, maybe. Go figure. Try to do some cut baiting, I guess. Ah, man. Come on, get it. Get him. Come on. That big. It's funny compared to how they were fighting this morning. They weren't fighting with the crap this morning. Now everything's got another gear. Even the small ones are fighting now. Get out there. Well, I guess the numbers kind of made up for it. No, not really. I would have still rather had that other fish. Bam! Another. Look at that beautiful sunlight on them, making them look all pretty. All right, everybody, that was the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. This was actually the first half of the video that I posted the other day, but I figured the video from the other day was a pretty cool video to jump back in, you know, with making videos, because it was something different. It was cut baiting for stripers. We weren't just doing the usual, you know, 6 planer boards and then 2 flat lines, down lines, blah, blah, blah. I was actually doing something that a lot of people don't do, or, you know, not accustomed to doing, or not sure where to do it with the cut baiting. But anywho, so that was the video. I don't know if you watch the whole video, you see me talking at some point in the video about a big fish that happened earlier. So the lake that I was fishing, its current lake record was set in 2024 or something like that. And the fish, there was a fish that showed up about, I don't know, midway through the day. And I was sitting there talking on the phone to a friend of mine. All of a sudden I keep hearing this blow up, this fish blowing up. And I look, and the fish is right next to my boat. It actually chased the shad and pinned it up against the side of my boat, and was chasing this shad up and down the side of my boat. And the shad was not on my line. It was just a random shad that the fish had chased up. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know. And my personal best is 42 pounds, and I've seen a bunch of fish in the 40s that other people have caught on boats that I've been on. And I've even seen a 52 up in Tennessee. I was on the boat, a friend of ours caught it, but I didn't catch it, unfortunately. And that fish was definitely well over 40 pounds. You know, I'm thinking, like, there was no water distortion. The fish was right up at the surface, so it's not like I was looking at it through 5 feet of water, distorting it and making it look big. I think that fish was in the 45-pound class, give or take 3 pounds, either way, probably. And I had, you know, I was panicked for a second. I was like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? So once I got my wits about me, I ran over and I grabbed my transom bait rod with my 10-inch shad, and I dropped it in front of him. And when I dropped it in front of him, my shad went this way, that shad went that way, and that fish went that way. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. I can't believe he didn't eat my bait. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I thought the fish had disappeared, and directly after that, one of my rods took off, and I thought that was that fish, and I was like disappointed that it wasn't that fish. I landed that second fish that had showed up. I caught him, and about 10, 20 seconds after I caught and landed him, my flat line that was right behind the boat just takes off and starts smoking, which I'm 99% sure that was that fish, because, you know, fishing with 20-plus pound fluorocarbon leaders, you know, heavy duty, my Abel Garcia 7000s with heavy duty stout, you know, heavy rods, I couldn't stop the fish. There was nothing I could do with it. He just kept going and going and going. And I mean, I'm tightening up the drag, tightening up the drag, tightening up the drag, and he's still going and going and going and going. And eventually he took me off of this flat and down into a valley of trees that were in between these 2 points, and he got me in something and busted me off. Unfortunately, I can't post the video with the fish showing up initially or when I broke it off, because I kind of lost my composure and I wasn't really being PC with my language after that. There was a lot of cursing, a lot of bad words were said. Unfortunately, you know, in my mind, how cool would that have been to break a lake record, my first time fishing a lake in, you know, 16 years. My first time officially ever fishing the lake for stripers ever, but my first time fishing it in 16 years, breaking a lake record my first time there, just 2.5 weeks before I go full-time guiding. That would have been a pretty good, you know, head start into full-time guiding. But unfortunately, God, for whatever reason, didn't see fit to give me that fish that day. But thankfully, later that night while I was cut baiting, I wound up getting, you know, a near 30-pound fish that kind of took the sting off a little bit, but not completely. But anywho, so again, this day, all I was doing was pulling the end of a creek mouth that, you know, abuts to the main river channel. This creek comes out and joins the main river channel here, and I was fishing the inside points just inside the mouth of this creek. Unfortunately, the main lake was pretty much just blown out in chocolate milk mud that day, so I could really only fish. It seemed to be that there was these only 2 creeks. There was one creek here and another creek about a 1/4 mile down on the lake, and those 2 creeks were the only clean water on the lake that day. The main lake was just chocolate milk. So, and I was just pulling these red clay points that were anywhere from like 12 to 25 feet deep, seemed to be the sweet spot. And there were these 2 points that I kept going over all day. I'd come over them, bing, 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 get a couple bites, swing out wide. I'd clip this one point on the other side of the creek mouth, get 1 or 2 bites, and I just kept doing this loop. Yeah, that was the video. I ain't got a whole lot else to add to it. You know, hitting points, flats, red clay flats. I prefer red clay points earlier in the year in like late February and March, because those red clay points tend to warm up more because the sun beats on that red clay under the water and warms up those points. And it tends to pull a lot of bait fish and gizzard shad up shallow, especially towards the afternoons, which pulls the fish up shallow to eat them. So yeah, February, March, man, hit those, like, you know, those red clay points that are out at the mouths of the creeks, even in the back of the creeks. But there wasn't no deep science. Red clay points, 15 to 25 feet deep, pulling at 1 to 1.3 miles per hour. And yeah, I was fishing a 4-board spread, 2 on each side, 2 flat lines down the middle, nothing super complicated, mostly because I only had like 25 baits and I want to stay there all day. So I was trying to limit the amount of bait I was using at one time. That way I could rebait more often. But yeah, man, I hope y'all liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe. I'd definitely like to see the subscriber count start going up again, get me motivated to keep making more videos. And yeah, by all means, leave a comment. If you have any questions, or you like want to see me try something or do something or explain a tactic further, put it in the comments, man. Let me know. I am more than happy to try to appease my audience to like do more intuitive, informational videos. I always say, take what you can use, modify it into whatever you want to do, and if what I'm giving here, what kind of information I'm giving doesn't apply, then just let it fly, man. No big deal. But until then, I've rambled on enough. I think I've added enough more minutes to this video, so we're going to get out of here. I actually have another video I'm going to edit right on the heels of this one, so hopefully there'll be 3 videos in 3 weeks. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.